Hello, this video is for participants in CSIRO's On-Prime Pre-Accelerated program. This video will show you how to use Cahoot, our online communication and logging tool, for logging customer interviews. Interview logging in Cahoot takes place in the course called My Team. And it's under Course Modules, Discovery. So it's under this Discovery tab. Before you do an interview with a new customer, go to Customer Pipeline and create a customer. Here are the customers that my imaginary team has already created. In fact, this imaginary team is based on a real team called Sapphire Clock from Adelaide University, who went through the very first version of Prime back in 2016. You'll see that each customer is an individual person. The customer listing gives their name, their position, and their company. It also lists which segment or target market their company operates in. So let's click here to create a new customer. Let's imagine that we're about to interview a customer named Sarah Cohen. And let's imagine that Sarah is a radar engineer at British Aerospace. We're talking to her because her company operates in the military radar segment or market, and that's one of the potential target markets for my team. So we click Submit to create the new customer. And then if we click on Customer Pipeline again, we'll go back to our list of customers. If we need to edit a customer listing, we click on it and select Edit. When we're back at the All Customers listing, if we want to export our list of customers to a spreadsheet, we can click on Download All Customers. We won't do that for now. So that's the Customer Pipeline menu item. Remember, we do interviews to test the hypotheses or assumptions behind our value proposition canvas. And here are all the hypotheses that my team has created. I can filter these hypotheses to just display the ones that we have tested in interviews, the ones that we haven't tested in interviews, the ones that those interviews have invalidated or not, and also the ones that I've created versus the ones that my other team members have created. To create a new hypothesis, I just click here, type it in, and click Submit. To edit an existing hypothesis, again, I just click on the hypothesis, click Edit, and then Submit. So you can see here there's this concept of weighting associated with hypotheses. This is an advanced Cahoot function used for analysis. It's not necessary for basic interview logging. So we'll discuss it and the other advanced Cahoot analytical functions in a later video. Let's imagine now that we've done our interview with our customer Sarah. So let's click Add Interview to log this interview in Cahoot. We'll start by entering the date that we did the interview. Let's imagine that we did it last week, and which customer it was that we interviewed. In this field here, Notes, we might choose to copy and paste the text from any notes that we took during the interview. Let's select the hypotheses that we tested during the interview. Let's imagine that we tested that one. We add that to the interview. And here we have the option to say whether our discussion with Sarah supported, that is validated, or did not support, that is invalidated our hypothesis. Let's imagine that our discussion with Sarah did not support the hypothesis. Down here under learnings, we might also choose to summarize the most important things we learned in the interview. These would typically be learnings that are at a higher level than the hypotheses. For example, if we heard from Sarah that the last time her industry adopted a new technology, it took 10 years, that's a very important learning, and this is the place where it would go. Once we're done with that, we click Submit, and we've logged an interview on Cahoot. Here it is summarized. It's got an interview ID. Here's the customer. This is when we did it. These are where our notes would go. These are the hypotheses that we tested. This hypothesis was invalidated, and these are the learnings. This is also another place where we could upload a file containing notes. So now we know how to do basic interview logging on Cahoot. And this consists of creating a customer, associating that customer with one of our target market segments, creating the hypotheses that we want to test in our interview with that customer, and logging the date of the interview, the customer interviewed, the hypotheses tested, and whether these hypotheses were supported or not supported, validated or invalidated. That's all there is to it. That's it for now. The next video, as I mentioned, will cover more complex analysis of interviews, including the generation of insights. Bye for now.